All right, all right. What's up, y'all? We are live right now with Risky Radio with the Carrice. This is where real meets sexy and sexy meets dangerous. You can get in the conversation by following us on Instagram and Twitter at risky_radio. And don't forget, you can get in the conversation each and every day on our Risky Radio with Carrice group on Facebook. As we do each and every Tuesday, we deliver the shady ass tea. Sir, first of all, sir, you in the hair wrap, the turban look. I'm here for it. Okay.
Thank you. I was really feeling myself. Like I put it on because I didn't have no haircut, and I was like, I actually I like him. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh
I
my
was really feeling
goodness.
it. I was
So,
really feeling it.
listen, we always deliver the shady ass tea, and we are here to deliver it right now. So, what's the
Yes.
good word?
So I'm out here in Texas. They done lifted the mask ban.
Wow,
We,
listen, what's wrong
mm-mm,
with y'all, governor?
mm-mm. Listen. I don't ever want to agree with Mississippi on anything. And the only other place that has lifted a ban is Mississippi. And I'm like, if you are in the same boat as Mississippi, you behind on some things. And he was like, he got 100% capacity and no mask. I'm gonna go out with the mask on. In fact, I'm gonna order me some new masks this evening.
What is really going on? Like what this he okay, first of all, he don't care about black people because
No,
obviously we know who it's impacting and what communities is impacting. And
hello.
then right after y'all already had a big situation there that impacted, African American and urban communities.
See, he did this before. Like this is why Houston can't get better. This is why we can't get no better. Because before he was like, "Oh, we're gonna open the restaurants up, going out to the restaurants. Everybody go out to the bars." People was packed in them bars, packed in the restaurants. Our COVID numbers shot up. They had to shut everything back down. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. I can't see it not.
Right, especially 100% capacity. He ain't even say, you know what, we gonna go ahead and gradually step this up.
Nah, he was like
No, he
100%.
said, "No, open this bitch up." We already almost died a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, forget it. You know what I'm saying? If we die, we die. He don't- that's how you feel it. If we die, we die. So what? We ain't gonna care when we dead.
Man, listen, and I feel like I don't know. Do you like because you know that they say it's population control, things like that. You think that
Yes.
this you think this has something to do with population control?
You know what? I be trying not to put my conspiracy hat on. I do try not to put my conspiracy rap on. But
That's a conspiracy rap.
because I'm just trying to not wrap my brain in conspiracy. But I'd be like, dang, this really feels like they're trying to kill somebody. Like they have a mission to kill a certain group of people who is really they're like, oh, it's killing poor people, poor black and brown people. Take the mask off. I know I know what we should do. Take the mask off. So yeah, I feel a lot of ways about it. I'm gonna still have my mask on. Besides the fact they got masks that match outfits, so I'm not finna.
Stop. Do you think it's going to be like mask shaming? Do you think people are going to mask shame you?
For wearing my mask.
I feel like that might be a thing in Texas.
I'm I'm too big and black for somebody to try to shame me to do anything. They might say it to themselves. They not gonna walk up to me and say it. They gonna say it to their mama. They gonna say it to their husband. They're not gonna say it directly to me. I'm not
Mm,
worried about it.
goodness. Well, I don't know. I hope y'all figure it out because Texas ain't gave a shit since the beginning. They having rodeos and they took
See, they
our conventions, our rodeos, and was
they
like, you know what,
canceled the
y'all can have
rodeo.
that shit here. Oh, they
They
did?
did they did cancel the rodeo.
Was that because of the snow?
No, they canceled the rodeo because of COVID. They canceled it because of the pandemic.
How?
They
I
canceled
mean,
it
they
both
could.
years because of the pandemic. Because it got canceled last year and this year.
Well, no, they took our rodeo, so they had our rodeo went there, and it was they had it like it was in effect.
Yeah, the rodeo is a huge deal out here. And so, like,
Yeah.
the first time I got here, it was like, "Oh, we're going to the rodeo." I'm like, I've been to the rodeo before." Blah. No, it was like, "Nah, there's the rodeo," and it was like people they had performers and shit. I remember Mary J. Blige was out here one year. I'm like, Mary J. Blige
At
is
the
going to be at the
rodeo?
rodeo. Mary J. Blige. Okay. on the urban night. They have one urban
Oh
night.
my goodness.
They have one urban night. And Mary J. Blige was out here, and I was like, "Yo, I need to go see Mary," but it was closed out. So
Mm.
they rodeo was a
Well,
big deal.
well, Texas wide open. The COVID
Hmm.
about to be wide open.
Yes,
So are you getting your vaccine? I'm just gonna ask every week.
I haven't gotten a vaccine. I'll say that
Are,
I have not received a vaccine.
are you going to get it?
I haven't received one. That is my answer. That's my
I
answer
feel
to
like
that.
at this point, the way that Texas is going, like you really aren't going to have a choice but to get this damn vaccine because what the hell? So are you still going to be working remote, or are they going to
You,
open your office back up?
you in my office right now. This is this. Welcome. Do all. Hi, you guys. This is the office tour. Okay, that's the break room over there. You know what I'm saying? The kitchen is downstairs. You're in my office. I'm
Goodness,
not going back in nowhere with nobody. They got any because everybody at the job still getting COVID.
it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You guys have had a lot going on. I think that this was the irresponsible decision of the governor of Texas,
Mm-hmm.
and he ain't shit. He ain't gonna be shit. Wait, I just saw a meme. I just saw a meme before I went on air, and it
Everybody
was
there.
from yeah, in Diary of a Mad Black Woman, where the scene where she pushed him into the tub.
Girl.
Wow, with the Texas governor's face on it. That was hilarious. I was finished and I was done. I was like, wowzers, y'all
I
wow.
knew that's the internet is always good. They're gonna attack you. They're gonna attack you. Be prepared.
Man. Well, we'll close the case on Texas. I don't know what y'all gonna do. But I sure ain't coming to visit no time soon.
That's okay. I can get on a plane and come to Las Vegas with my mask on.
Please do. Please do.
Y'all opened y'all schools up.
No, not really. They
Mm.
just they opened it for people who needed, their kids needed to be at school. But
Mm.
like, I don't know anybody whose kids went back to school.
I don't want.
They opened it. They said you can come back to school. We're going to open the school up. We're going to put these teachers' lives in danger and these children, but
Right.
not anyone that's related to mine. So, or to me,
So people killing themselves in Las Vegas though.
child.
The man at the Amazon plant. Do you call it a plant?
But
Amazon
why don't
factory.
I even know this story?
Okay, so you know it's an Amazon in North Las Vegas
Correct.
on Tropical. I think they said is where it is.
Yeah, it's far.
It's far.
I mean, no, I
So
mean it's not like North Las Vegas. It's like
yeah,
it's
it's
like
not
where my
Northtown.
house was in North Las Vegas.
It's not Northtown. It's North Las Vegas.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? It's not near Hamburger Hut. It's not there.
Not far. Not far.
I love Hamburger Hut. Shout out to Hamburger Hut. But the man was 48 years old. His name was Paul Vilsack. Jumped off, I think, the roof of the Amazon building. 7 a.m. Everybody's coming to work. They know he's dead. They know he killed himself. They let people come to work and work until 9:30 before they send everybody home.
Wait, were they walking past him? He was dead and going
No,
into
they were
the
like
closet?
he was like barricaded off, and they were like, "Oh, the police is out there. It's a murder. It's a suicide scene. Like it's a dead body. The police are there. The ambulance is there. The fucking autopsy people are there. You still in there packing shoes and fucking kitchen knobs and shit, trying to trying to get it out to people. Whatever somebody ordered on Amazon, you still there packing that shit." And they didn't send nobody home until 9. They did pay everybody, but when they interviewed the people, they were like, this is how Amazon don't care about us because it was a whole ass dead body at the job, and they was like, keep working. You know what I'm saying? Keep working. Me myself personally, if the police would have been at my job when I showed up, I'd have just stayed in the car and turned around. I'm like, I ain't gonna be able to make it. I don't went back to the house. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if they. Sometimes I'd be having warrants. So if I show up somewhere and the police is there, I'm gonna get back in my car. And I'm gonna go back to the house because I don't need to be anywhere the police are.
Goodness, that is crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder. I wonder if he left a note or if there was.
See, here's the thing. Like,
Was he
you
set
gotta
up with getting
really,
COVID tests every
I
week?
don't know, you gotta really hate your job to kill yourself at your job. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of places you can kill yourself. You can kill yourself at your house. You can kill yourself in your car. You can kill yourself, like Dr. Seuss. You can kill yourself on a plane or a train and all that. If you just come to your job at 7 o'clock in the morning, before 7 o'clock in the morning, to kill you got to be really ready. You like, you
You know what?
got
It's
to.
not funny. It's not funny.
And
It's
I'm not
not.
trying to make it funny. I'm just saying, like,
I
if
was holding
I was at
myself that actually.
if I was at a point where I was like, you know what, I'm coming to this job. I'm gonna get dressed, take a shower. You take a shower. You take a shower, put this fucking Amazon shirt on with this little smiley face. Right. He went through his
First of all,
whole.
the thing is, the Amazon plant that's in North Las Vegas is near the racetrack. It's not like around the corner. Okay, so wherever he lived, okay,
Wherever
he
he
got
lived
in the car, put his seatbelt on.
and got all the way out there.
Okay,
He had a
drove
plan.
drove all the way out there in traffic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and said, you know what, this what I'm doing today. I'm gonna show them.
I'm gonna show them.
I'm tired of
You know
y'all these
what?
fucking packages.
I'm sick of these packages. I'm sick of y'all telling me when I can go to the bathroom, when I can show up, all that shit. Fuck that. I'm gonna show y'all. And you know what they did? They was like, oh, sweep him over there. Make sure we can get these morning packages out before we have to start giving people their money back for these packages.
I mean, because what were they gonna do? Like, because I know that sometimes, like I have a replenishment of paper towels, right?
Mhm.
And so this last time that I was supposed to get my shipment, they canceled them because of fucking Texas. Okay, my shit couldn't go through Texas, so they can't. They sent a text. They said your delivery is delayed. So I mean, I guess they could have just sent your delivery is delayed message to everyone. They didn't say they was gonna give me no money back. They just said your shit's delayed. So I'm saying they could have just been like, you know what, you guys go home, take care of yourselves. If you
That's what
need
they
to speak
said.
to someone,
They sent him a text message like, oh, just know we care about you, but be at work tomorrow. Y'all can y'all can have arrested today. It happened on the 1st of March. It happened on Monday. They said you can have arrested today, but y'all asked me to be at work tomorrow in the morning. We got some grief counselors that's gonna be here, but y'all need
that's
to talk on
wild.
your break.
I can't imagine that happening. Like being in the same space with someone who wanted to do that to themselves. Like that's a lot. That's a lot of pressure and that's a lot to deal with.
It is absolutely.
Yeah. Shout out to Angela. She said customers can be unreasonable when those packages are late. I'll
I'm
tell you that.
unreasonable. My package is late.
Yeah, I don't really order anything that's significant in order for like if I order it, it's like I expect it to get here when
Any
it gets here.
anything that I spent money I worked for on. Now, if I spend somebody else's money on it, it can get here when it get here. But if I went to work for the money I'm spending, I want it to be here when you say it's going to be here. I
I
want it to
mean,
be here
that's how I feel
before.
about my paper towels because those are essential.
And that's it.
So yeah,
So, so black people are upset because Amanda Gorman, the young lady that did the poem at the Biden inauguration, they're
hmm
translating her work into, I think, Dutch, and they chose a white author to do the translation. Now
what?
they chose a white author to do the translation into
But
Dutch.
they're changing the characters on Cleveland and The
Are they?
Simpsons so that
Are
they're not white people. They're not white people playing freaking black characters. But they have. Never mind. You know what? Go ahead, sir. Because I'm just.
let me. I'll tell you. You're shooting the messenger. I'm just the messenger. They said they chose the person's name because the person is white and non-binary, so it's they, them, there. Their name is. I'm gonna try, y'all. Mary Kay Lucas, and his last name is Rijneveld. Rigid vet. No.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Van Helsing. And so they chose them to do the translation. And people was like, why wouldn't y'all choose? Because black people speak. There's black people in that speak Dutch. There's black people there. In that, there's black people everywhere. You can't go anywhere and not see a black person, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they was up.
Iowa, you can.
There are black people in Iowa.
Look, you can go somewhere in Iowa without seeing black people. That's my final answer.
Okay, you're probably right. I've only met white people from Iowa. I will say that I've only met white Mormons from Iowa. I've never met anybody else from Iowa.
Oh,
Believe
interesting.
It is. I thought so. I was like, there's Mormons in Iowa.
Mm.
But it was like super Christian and like corn eating motherfuckers. But anyway, and so they was upset. So the person they resigned and they was like, oh, I don't want to do it no more. People was mad. They put their hands up. They was like, I don't want to do it no more. But I don't know how. I really don't know how I feel about it.
So I guess it's important to understand how she feels. I don't even think it's important.
She didn't
how
care. She reposted who got it and was like, hey, I think she was more excited that her work was being
translated.
Like, translated. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
I think it was more important to her that her work was being, and I think that's where I'm at with. I'm like, it's more important that her work is being given to more than one person, more than one culture, more than one space, and that it will be in other spaces.
I mean, that's kind of part of the whole cancel culture situation where the LGBTQ community is complaining that there are people playing those characters on TV who are not LGBTQ, and maybe that's like along the same lines as why some people are getting upset. Yes, sir. You have your hand raised.
So, just side note, you got to be gay to play gay on TV.
That's what they're saying. Like, why don't you pick from this pool? Why don't you pick from the pool of people who are gay? I mean, it's kind of like I'm not gonna say it's equally. I'm not gonna say it's equal to the blackface movement,
Mhm.
but that's essentially what they're trying to say. See, shout out to my, Nora Karma. She.
So I'm a little confused. I'm gonna come
Okay.
back to the Gorman. I got to pause right here for a second. So you can't even pretend to be gay on you gotta actually be gay.
Well, they're saying give them the opportunity first. They're saying there's plenty of actors and actresses out there that are gay, that are transgender, so on and so forth, that can essentially play that part. So why don't you give it to them, since there's plenty of us? That's what they're saying. But I think that's just like the blackface thing.
Is it?
I mean,
is it?
I mean, you get what I'm saying, though.
I understand the point, but is it? Is it the same?
Mean, we can't. The thing is that we can't compare a lot of things to black anything.
To being black, you can't compare nothing to being black. There's nothing like being black.
It definitely is not.
Everybody want to be like, well, wait. That's why they want us to help them with everything. Well, what about black people? We're not gonna add black to everything. we're not gonna add black to everything. Non-binary means they don't have a gender. They not him or her. They are them. They there.
I can't get it right. I can't get the them they there right, because I'll be like, no, because he is. I ain't shit. I'll be trying too. I'll be like, God, I'm looking at you with this beard. I cannot. Okay.
I try my best not to sound ignorant, and I know I do, because I am. I don't understand. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm like, oh, I'm so smart, but I'd be like, okay, I just call them by their name. You know what I'm saying? Yo, if your name is your name Persephone Blood Rose, I'm gonna call you Persephone Blood Rose.
Not Persephone though.
That's what I'm gonna call you. You know what I'm saying? If you tell me you are non-binary and your name is Persephone Blood Rose, every time I call you, I'm gonna say, hey Persephone. Mm-mm. Hey Persephone.
I mean that would be ideal. That would be ideal. But if you don't know the person's name, and that you don't even care to know their name, but it's just you're in the moment, and they are like, "I'm non-binary," and I'm like,
I don't know.
I don't know. Right?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know. But yeah, they mad at the white lady and the white person.
Okay. Okay.
And is see, so you decided to take the gender away, but leave the race. You're like, I'll still be white. I'm gonna still be white. I'm a white. I'm gonna be white all day. But
I mean,
but
I mean,
I'm gonna keep the privilege.
maybe
But
maybe they're saying that's the obvious part. I mean, because you could essentially be transgender, but I don't know if you have the parts or not.
okay, okay.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know
we
what
can
to
close
say.
the case. We can close the case
Hmm.
on that. I think long story
Hmm.
short is, people feeling some type of way about
They
not having
are
not
representation.
having someone who represents us. You know,
Yes.
fill those shoes. So
Yeah.
that's the
And
challenge.
hopefully they find somebody to actually do it. Like I think my largest fear is that they will cancel this person and then not replace them. I think that is my issue. Is like don't cancel without like an answer to replace. Like say,
Yeah.
oh well, it shouldn't be this person. It should be this person, and then give a solution. Like don't always come up with a problem and then not have a solution. I think that is my issue with that cancel shit. I'm like, well, who else is gonna be? Well, I don't know.
Well,
I just thought it shouldn't be them. You know what I'm saying? And that's a problem.
okay.
So we haven't talked about Young Buck ever.
You
Okay,
know what?
we've never talked about Young Buck ever. He's never done anything of note.
I mean,
But
he did. I mean, he had a transgender boo thing, couple of them. He went to prison.
here's the
Uh,
thing: he's going on a media tour to let everybody know he's not gay, even though he likes transgender women. But that don't mean he gay. I
that's
mean he
fair.
likes
That's
transgender
fair.
women.
That's fair.
He has a new girlfriend, so he's going on a tour with his new girlfriend to tell
Is the
everybody he's
girlfriend
not gay.
transgender?
No, his publicist says she's all woman. But I okay, I have a question.
Okay.
Is she biological? Is she a bio woman?
I don't
Or
think that it. I don't think that it matters.
it
I don't think. I
it
mean, it's
matters if you are
why?
on it matters if you're on a media tour saying that you are not into transgender women and
Oh,
you're a
is
woman.
wait? But is he saying he's not into transgender women, or is he just saying he's not gay? Those are two different things.
He's saying that he's not gay, which I don't. I agree. You're not gay. You like women. You like women. Whatever. Whether the woman you like has a dick or not, it's that's not my business. You know what I'm saying? It's not. If she presents as a woman and that's how you identify, if she that's how she identifies and that's how you accept her, you're a man. You like women. That's it, right?
I, I mean,
But
I, I mean, what's his name? Malik Yoba. We were talking about a few months back, and he said
yeah,
he's not gay. He just enjoys, the transgender
okay. So
women.
there's a lot of men who say they're not gay and they like things that people would consider gay things. So like there's men who
Like
say they're not
penis.
gay, like penis. Like okay,
Okay.
so you say you're not gay, but you like sucking dick. You say you're not gay, but
I'm not gay. And then finish that statement.
I'm not gay, but you know what I'm saying? They say I'm
I'm
not
not
gay,
gay,
but
but it's a possibility that I might like sucking dick and
I
eating
might
some
like
vagina.
I might like sucking dick. I might like eating booty. I might like getting pounded. That doesn't mean I'm gay. What makes me gay in some people's mind is the love, the having romantic feelings for another man, and not just sexual feelings. Okay,
think,
I'm
wait,
just saying
but I think that it could be. I can think it could be different. Like for transgender, like I'm not interested in dating someone. I like the penises to go with
the
the
chest,
man, and I like the vaginas to go with the woman.
titties.
I am not gay. I am not a lesbian. Okay,
Okay,
sign me up for both. Same time, we're good. I mean, that's all I'm saying.
same time.
I'm just saying. But what
That's
I'm
all I'm
saying
saying.
is, but there are some people who like, they genders mixed up. They like dick and titties. I don't
Not
know.
mixed up. Not mixed up. I don't think they mixed up. They just okay. So he's on this press tour. I'm not sure if he has music coming out. It's a no for me. I'm not sure if he has music coming out. I want him to have because I'm gonna tell you, I actually owned a Young Buck CD back when Columbia House was a thing. They sent me.
Not the 1 cent. Not the 1 cent one.
Yes, okay. Side note, I had like 12 different names, and I got like 400 CDs for a penny. And they were sending me CDs. I got the Lloyd CD. I was like, oh, Lloyd can actually. I like. I learned a lot about a lot of people because the Columbia House was sending them to me. But fast forward to where no one's listening to CDs anymore. I need Young Buck to come out with some music. I don't give a shit who you fucking Young Buck. Like, do you have any? Are you rapping about anything? And I think that's the
I mean,
issue.
shout out to a friend of mine, Tricky P, who lives here in Las Vegas, and he's a rapper. You met Tricky P over in
Yes,
Houston, okay?
yes,
He had Tricky P did a song with a Young Buck before we went out to shoot that music video.
yes. I remember that.
He had a song. He had a song with Young Buck. So I mean,
Yes.
he's been doing some music, but I think that he's been owing 50 Cent so much money, he can't really catch up.
Ah, I feel like maybe he should do a reality show about his love for transgender women. Like it should be
I
like
think that he should just be okay with who he is.
yeah, like
Because
I
and
don't
that's
give
the thing.
a shit.
That's a real thing. Like the thing is that if you're gay, be gay. Like who gives a? I don't give a shit. And stop worrying
Right.
about these other Negroes who give a shit about who you doing. Because
Because
it sounds a little suspect.
right,
Okay.
because the fact is, if that motherfucker that worried about your dick, chances are he wants it.
Oops.
I'm I'm gonna just I'm gonna just say that if anybody that's that worried about who you putting your dick in wants you to put your dick in them.
I'm just finishing. I'm done. This is
Yes.
the thing, and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this to the camera.
Hmm.
Y'all, if y'all gay, just be gay. Shit. And then two, men, if you're out here and you're dating women and you like men, just tell your girl. Let her
Hmm.
make a decision.
She
Let
might be
her
into it.
choose. She may want to peg you. Anybody else that want to be pegged, please DM me. But anyway, she may just want to peg you. I don't know. I'm just saying
Can
it's a possibility.
I was having a conversation with my speaking of pegging. I was having a conversation with one of my friends the other day about pegging and how black women are not as some black women, not all black women, are not as open
Bullshit.
sexually. There's a lot of black women who are not as open sexually to do the
Bullshit.
thing that we're not talking about you, sis.
Listen, I can go listen. I can tell you I
Come on,
can name I can name 5 people that would be totally down to peg a dude. That
mm-hmm.
and me personally, I don't feel like that's gay.
No,
I don't feel like a dude getting pegged by me is gay. I feel like men need to understand their G spots in their asshole.
yeah,
I
that's
didn't
where
make
it
it there.
resides. That's where the G spot resides. God put it in your ass. I didn't put it there.
That's where the G spot
that's that's where the G spot resides.
Hey,
That's where it
listen,
rests. That's where it
listen,
lives.
and
That's where it operates.
all I want to do is just help people out. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. I just
It
think that it's
is
important. It's important for people to understand, to be yourself, and then to make that announcement to the person that you're dating. If you open to being with men, tell your chick. Don't just go out have unprotected sex with a dude and then bring
straight
that shit back to your wife, because that's that shit. I don't
right.
freaking cut your balls off for that shit.
It's the lies. It's the lies for me. It's always the lie. It's not the action. Come on, bucket list. Come on, bucket. I want to peg somebody on my bucket list. It's not the action that's the issue. It's always the lie. Like, why lie? The only reason you're lying is
Exactly.
the only reason you're lying is to deceive me. So like, don't lie. Tell me what it is, and let me make a decision. If that's what I
Exactly.
want.
Exactly. So within Young Buck's situation, come on, Young Buck. Listen, I know you listening. Young Buck, listen. Matter of fact, we should request an interview from Young Buck.
We
Young Buck,
should.
listen to me. Okay, if you like the transgender women,
Who
you gotta
cares?
like them transgender women. You just do you. Don't be worrying about nobody else.
I love my women more.
Damn.
Okay. She said
See?
she's
That's,
bisexual
I mean,
with a woman leaning. She's you know what I'm saying?
she
I
tips
have
on
a woman
the
leaning.
60, the 60-40. She on the no, she might be the 70
Mhm.
30. And you know what?
Oh,
I realized that it's seasonal for me.
come on, seasons. Things happen in
I
seasons.
had a long season, and then now black men is so fine. That's all I got to say. And black women are absolutely stunning. Like you
Mm.
have to do something. You have to do something to my soul to catch that. And I'm here to catch all of it. But anyway,
I'm just
we'll close the case on she said 90%. I know that's right.
come on, 90-10.
She
That's
said
that.
90
She
10.
said that's that. I need that good meat, that lean meat.
Not the Young Buck, this conversation's over. Be yourself. Be
Ah.
yourself, bro.
So Ti and Tiny.
Oh my God. Did you see this video?
I d- I did. I
Yeah,
saw a bit of it. My kids were
I
in the room,
know.
so I couldn't watch
Hold on.
the whole
Be-
situation.
Because listen, I'm gonna let you talk because I'm gonna see if I can actually pull this video up.
Okay.
People have got to hear this.
So Ti is being sued by a few people. He's being accused by lots of people. There is a video on an Instagram that is saying it is outlining examples or stories, not examples, actual incidents of Ti and Tiny sexually assaulting women and
Child.
drugging them and forcing them into sex and the whole situation. Now, my opinion on the whole situation, I do not believe that Ti and Tiny have to force anybody to have sex with them. I don't
Will you
believe it.
have?
I don't
Are you? Will
talk to
you
the
have
hand.
sex with Tiny? Will you have sex with Tiny?
Yeah, I would.
I would not.
Is
Ask
Ti
me if I
gonna be
have
there?
sex with Ti. Ask me if I have sex with Ti.
Would you have sex with Ti?
No.
Would you have? You wouldn't fuck Ti?
Hell no.
This
First of all,
Ti
you
or
know
like
how I like it.
2007 Ti?
No, we're good. But you know,
Yeah.
Rubber Band Man and Ti out nothing. He can't get it. He's too
Okay.
short. I prefer him tall,
Mhm.
brown, fit, and handsome. And Ti
Okay.
ain't now one of those.
You don't think Ti is handsome?
I,
You breaking up? Can you hear me?
I said no.
I still can't hear you. I can't. I can't hear the lies you're spewing. I just.
Hey, listen, let me see if I can play this video real quick. I don't know how to do this, y'all. This is the first time that I'm ever doing this, but I want y'all to stand by because this video is crazy. I just need to know
Really?
if you saw this. If you didn't, here we go. 1 second, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. We giving some dead air.
Well, listen. I'm okay. So the lady, we go and get that together. The
Hold
lady,
on.
Sabrina, whatever her
I think
name is suing him for defamation of character. His lawyers are saying this is some bullshit. Essentially, what they're saying is just some bullshit. They trying to get money. I really I don't believe it. I can't believe it. I won't believe it. I won't believe the family hustle has to force anybody to have sex with them. I can't see.
Tell me if this is gonna work. Hold on.
Okay,
No,
I
they
can
ain't
tell
want
you.
to.
It's not
Hold on.
pulling.
It's not working. Hold on. Hold on. Because the thing is, this is too good for us not to hear. But let me try to figure this out while you continue on. But
So, and then also, okay, so then they were saying that he was taken off of Ant-Man 3 for it.
correct.
Now, I'm hearing two different stories though. I'm hearing that he was taken off of Ant-Man 3 for it, and other stories that he wasn't going to be on Ant-Man 3 anyway. I don't believe that second story, only because I saw T.I. in Ant-Man. I was like, oh, I like T.I. in movies. I like when he's in movies. I'm like, I like him being in movies. And so I was excited that he was in a Marvel movie and in like a in one that had sequels and shit. And so I'm kind of disappointed he's not going to be in Ant-Man 3 because his character was pretty funny. But yeah, they said they're taking him off Ant-Man 3 because of the sexual assault allegations, and the misconduct and all of that.
All right. Hold on. Let me see if it's gonna let me pull this thing up. We got anything?
I'm not saying nothing. Just tell them where to
Y'all ain't
find
gonna
it.
let me be great.
Just tell them where to
Y'all not
find
gonna
it
let
though,
me be great today. Oh,
because
I might have to post this on
got to
another
have to
format.
that video.
Okay, let me see. You go ahead. You keep talking. Let me figure this out.
Okay, so I just really and truthfully, if this is the case, if he has been assaulting women for years, he's been Bill Cosby and the shit
Oh,
out of women. He
Bill
and
Cosby.
if he had been Bill Cosby and the shit out of everybody for the last whatever, the last 10 years. Okay, this is what I think. I'm be honest with you about my my feelings. So
Okay.
a couple that's been together as long as he and Tiny have been together. Okay, have seen some shit, been through some shit, experienced some shit, and they into some freaky shit. At that point in your relationship where you've been together, multiple decades, you're like, you know what? Regular sex ain't gonna do it. Regular threesomes where someone's consenting, you know what I'm saying, may not be what we're into. We may be into consent where it's kind of shaky. I'd like her to be a little asleep. I want her to be a little scared. I want I want him to be a little bothered by it. I want him to go home and feel shame. You know what I'm saying? Like, it may be that situation where like that's what it takes to get y'all to the place where y'all need to be satisfied sexually. Hopefully that's not the case, but I can't see.
I'm not surprised.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. I'm not surprised that could, actually be the case.
Yeah, I mean, being with forever is a long time. Being with somebody, committed to being with somebody forever, and meaning that shit, and really like, I'm gonna be with your motherfucking ass, no matter what. You're gonna be my wife. I'm gonna be your husband, no matter what. That's
Okay, I
a hell.
think we own to something. I think we own to
No.
something here, y'all.
Hey, there it
Are
is. That's it right
we
there.
out here? Let me
That's it
see.
right there.
Let me see if you can see hear the audio. Are we good with the audio?
I don't hear anything yet.
See, this is not letting me be great, y'all. Listen, y'all have to hear this video because it is wild
It
and
really
cray
is.
cray. Um, Goodness, come on, y'all. Let me be great with this. I'm so sorry to keep y'all waiting, but I'm really trying to figure out how to make this thing work because it's crazy. Let me see. Let me see here.
Oh, with the infinity, the going on to infinity video, I like that. That's cute.
Let me try it this way. Let me try it this way. Y'all stand by.
So the video that she's setting up is a collection, an anthology, if you will, of sexual assault allegations, and it's done by a group that helps people, survivors of sexual assault. Every article you read now that has anything to do with TI has a disclaimer on it that says, if you've been a survivor of sexual assault, this may trigger
Let's
you.
see if this works, sir.
Okay.
Not going to be great.
Deserve to be heard.
Can y'all hear this?
Women, black women in particular, should be supported, protected, defended, and uplifted.
Jane Doe 1. Date of incident, summer 2006. Location of incident, Atlanta, Georgia. In 2006, she was a 17-year-old senior at Tri-City High School. She began interning with T.I. and Tiny at their Atlanta studio. She was vaginally and anally raped by T.I. after being given alcohol and drugs by Tiny. Jane Doe 2, a U.S. military veteran. Date of incident, September 2005. Location of incident, Los Angeles, California. Tiny sat next to Jane Doe 2 at a club and offered her a sip of a spiked drink. Tiny and T.I. took her and a few other girls back to their hotel. Tiny gave her a cool back butt massage. At that point, Jane Doe 2 started feeling sick and began throwing up. T.I. came over and attempted to put his foot into her vagina. She told him no, and the next thing she remembers was waking up naked on the couch with a towel thrown over her with a very sore vagina. Jane Doe 3. Date of incident, September 25th, 2006, in March 2007. Location of incidents, New York City and Atlanta, Georgia. An aspiring artist. Tiny invited her to the studio in January 2007 and passed her off to her security, Cedric Alpha Mega Sellers. Jane Doe 3 rejected his advances, and he grabbed her phone, put his number in, called himself, and began stalking her nonstop for months. She ignored him until she saw him again 2 months later. At that second encounter, Alpha Mega grabbed her and put a gun to her head. He then blindfolded her, put her in his car, and drove 20 to 15 minutes into Georgia. He raped her 3 times within a 24-hour window, drove her back to the studio the following day, and pistol whipped her, threatened to kill her if she spoke. Shortly after, she received a call from T.I. threatening her to never come near his studio again. Jane Doe 4, a teenage friend. Date of incident with T.I., 2006, 2007, and 2015. In 2005, Tiny approached her to work as their assistant. She was never paid or compensated for any of the work completed. On one occasion, T.I. stood over her, and Tiny stood close by as T.I. forced her to open her mouth and swallow 8 ecstasy pills. Throughout the duration of her time with T.I. and Tiny, the duo forced her to engage in sexual acts with different women against her will. In 2014, T.I. and Tiny forced her to have sexual intercourse with rapper Nelly against her will. Jane Doe 5. Date of incident with T.I., October 2017. Location of incident, Atlanta, Georgia. A Clark Atlanta University freshman. She was slipped a date rape drug while visiting Grand Nassau Studios in Atlanta with one of T.I.'s interns. Jane Doe 6. Date of incident, 2017-2018. Forced to take Molly, coke, and other drugs. Location of incident, Atlanta, Georgia. A private dancer. Jane Doe 6 was hired to do a private dance for T.I. and Tiny. She was told that there would be other celebrities there, and she needed to keep the encounter confidential. She was forced to take drugs and engage in unwanted sexual acts with other women. She had her cell phone and belongings taken. And
So listen, we're gonna let you guys for sure have finish the rest of that later. But
December 12th, 2000.
what's your thoughts on that, sir? Did you watch that earlier today? Can't hear you.
On mute, y'all. I did. I watched it. Okay. Expeditiously. They said 8 ecstasy pills. 8 ecstasy. They force you to take 8 ecstasy. 8 ecstasy pills, and you still breathing. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. They're all. This is all allegations. This is all allegedly. I may be one of those people that's like, oh, well, it's all allegedly. That's how I'm feeling.
I think it's alleged, but I think that there's probably some sense of truth to some of it. Uh,
Hmm.
you know, maybe some of it is
Exaggerated.
exaggerated.
Hmm.
But I don't know. And I think that with this lawyer trying to go and inside an investigation behind it, I feel like they
Uh-huh.
have some sort of
Validity.
yeah, there's something behind
There's
that.
something there. Yeah. I think that it is not. I think that on both sides, there is probably some exaggeration on the victim side, and there's also some hiding on the on the alleged attacker side. And so I don't think it's all about money. I think that's the initial thought is that, oh, they want to get money, they want to get money. But if you've ever been sexually assaulted, it's not your interest isn't money. Your interest is more often than not, your interest is trying to make sure the person who hurt you pays for what they did for you to you, and not pays you, but someone that you don't feel
Justice.
like, yeah, justice. You don't feel like I got assaulted and I don't matter, because in that moment you feel powerless. In that moment you feel like I'm insignificant. This person has taken advantage of me, taken control of me, and just gone about their life, and now I'm destroyed, and they just get to live their life. And
Yeah.
so,
Shout out to Because she said it's difficult to think they did all of this, but if they even did it once, they're wrong. I totally agree. And the
I
thing
agree.
is that I wouldn't be surprised if they did that shit one time or two times or three times. Because
Or
and the thing is that like if you watch the video, and those of you who may want the video, I'm gonna post it on my Insta story at Carrice. I'll post it for you so you can watch the full video. But the thing is that even if they did do it once, it's some of them said like, oh, this happened in 2017, 2018, 2019. But if
mhm,
you listen to the story, it says that 2018, 2019, there's just like little things that happen. And then the last thing that happened was like, the major event that,
right,
you know, I don't know. It's a little risky. I'm not surprised.
a
I
lot
think that
risky.
I don't know. I wouldn't smash Ti and Tiny. I'm not attracted to either one of them. If I was a young girl, this sounds familiar, doesn't it? If I was a young girl and I wanted to be, I don't know, a singer, a rapper, a star, perhaps, me being immature, I would put myself in situations that would, you know,
Put me in a place where I was in that position.
rape, raped, or whatever.
Right.
So, do you think this is the one chick who was his assistant who got into an argument and said that he put a gun to her head? Do you think that this is all her starting this, or do you think that it's more than that?
I think that it definitely is going to be more. I think it's more than that. I think that there are people, because people are definitely going to are complicated, and they are multifaceted. I think that there are going to be some more stories that say, "Hey, this is what happened to me," and I mean, just as a man who has more, I'm sure, more than once, given a woman an advance that she wasn't looking for. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Like possibly his daughter.
right. And so I don't, I don't doubt that he maybe did, advance himself on a woman that wasn't prepared for that, or wasn't looking for that, or wasn't interested in that. But I don't know if I want to go to the point of saying that he is like a predator seeking out people to do that. Does that make sense?
I think that it could make it, I think that would bring more I think that would make more sense
Hmm.
for him with the whole hymen checking thing of his daughter.
Hmm.
It kind of would be like, okay, if you over here trying to, you know, take folks' virginity or having
Yeah,
sex with them,
right.
it would make sense that you're trying to check and see if your daughter
There's someone's
has
doing it to
been
your daughter.
violated. Right.
Right.
And then I don't know. And then too, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. Did you hear them throw Nelly in there though?
I did. They was like,
They,
for sex with
they
Nelly.
said
I
they said they forced her to have sex with Nelly. And the thing is
I was
that
like, no, 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 not me.
I mean, Nelly was, had his own rape case that they settled out of court.
He did. Aw,
So I just
sad.
wonder. I wonder who else will be named in this. And do you think that it's targeting black men and women who are celebrities and
I do.
have some sort of wealth?
I do. I say that with hesitation only because yeah, they target black men and black women, but if you are not out like sexually assaulting people, like how can you be targeted? You get what I'm saying? Like if you're not the one, you know, forcing yourself on people, then you wouldn't have that issue. And so stimulus almost.
I
So
mean, people out here kind of get stimulated in whatever ways they can, I guess.
yeah.
I don't
Oh, that
know. Oh, that TI thing a little risky. I'm
it really
anxious to see how this is going to pan out. I feel like they're going to be quiet up until whatever happens. I do think I was talking to a fellow co-host on the station who is also an attorney,
is.
and he said that he thinks that it's essentially a smear campaign
Yeah.
because that's why they put this out first. But I'm like, I don't think that at this point, after all of that's happened in 2020, that they would go this far just to do a smear campaign. I feel like they would have some evidence.
Mm. But then I think that's my issue is that there hasn't been anything presented, and we are in the court of public opinion at this point. But
And
there
then
has,
black women are already mad at Ti because he just be saying some dumb shit.
he's speaking his mind. He has the right to say what he thinks.
And he says it expeditiously.
He
Next
does.
story. Next story. Yeah, you gonna learn today.
So a
I hope you got
Spanish
some rubber
rapper.
bands.
Speaking of rubber bands,
Oh boy.
a Spanish rapper in in Spain is in jail right now because he cut his roommate's penis off on the internet for views. So
What?
the story goes: there's a rapper and a teacher. They're living together in Spain. They talk to each other and says, "Hey," the teacher says, "Hey, why don't you cut my penis off on camera and pay me based on the views you get for cutting my dick off?" Now, he ties his pajama cord around his balls and his like around the top and the shaft around everything so it won't hemorrhage and gets a 12 and the rapper gets a 12-inch. The rapper's name is Aaron Beltran. It gets a 12-inch kitchen knife, like a big fucking chef's knife. Cuts the man's dick off on camera. Okay? The most he could have got for getting his dick cut off was $3,000. Sir, $3,000. It costs more than that to get a sexual reassignment surgery. You gonna let this other man cut your dick off on camera for a view?
So I assume that though they do this on like YouTube Live or something.
Mhm.
So they do it on YouTube Live. You cut someone's dick off. I'm sure YouTube stops the video.
And calls the police.
You're, you're definitely not getting any of those checks
Any revenue.
per view.
You're not gonna be able to monetize this dick loss, sir.
Were they high? Do you know any of that?
They
They had to be.
he said he was on. He drank 3 bottles of white wine and some muscle relaxers or something. Some other like a bottle of pills.
A bottle?
Uh,
The dude who got his penis cut off took the bottle.
The one who did the cutting was probably sober as a judge. He was like, "Give me that dick. I'm cutting it off today." So he cut it off. It has been reattached, and it is functioning, allegedly. I think the idea of doing something like that so somebody can watch it, just so somebody can give you like.
They should have got an OnlyFans for that. They could at least made a couple of extra dollars.
OnlyFans. Get OnlyFans. Listen, y'all two grown men living in a house together. OnlyFans. That someone's gonna subscribe to that OnlyFans. Someone's gonna subscribe to the roommate's OnlyFans. That's the thing. I'm with my roommate. Teacher.
Oh my gosh, people are stupid.
Yeah,
Period.
they are. Yeah, we are. I'm one of those stupid people. I do stupid
You
shit all
cut
the
your
time.
dick off. You be like,
Hell no.
Come cut my dick off
No.
so we can get these views up.
Absolutely not. Me and my dick are connected. You know, we
Clearly.
right. We've been together a long time. And so I'm attached to him. He's attached to me, and we understand each other. And so I don't ever want to divorce him. I appreciate him. He appreciates me. You know, I may beat him up sometimes. That's just life.
Goodbye. I have heard enough. I have heard enough.
That's just life. Okay?
Listen, that is craziness.
Girl.
Yeah, that's wild. That's a wild story. The things that people are doing for views. I mean, we have people who are, on social media, killing themselves, committing suicide because of this.
Right.
It's crazy.
It really is. When I read the story, I thought it was fake. So I was like, I'm not gonna. But I saw it 4 or 5 times. I'm like, God, that man really cut the other man dick off on camera. Like they had a conversation. Like I think the wildest part is not that his dick got cut off. Is that y'all had a conversation? I was at the dinner table, like, bro,
we're gonna do this, and we're gonna
what to kill him. You know what to kill him? If you tie me to a chair and cut my dick off.
He was like, that's how we about to get these millions of dollars. I think that people are trying to be strategic, and I don't think that was a good idea.
No, it's never a strategy to cut your dick off. What's the point? Like, what's the end goal?
There clearly is none.
Right,
the end goal, they were hoping that this video went viral. First of all, it's too graphic to go viral, dummies. Okay. So
Secondly,
they could have done some other things with that penis and made some more money.
Right. Secondly, if you can lose your penis, all the money, ain't nobody gonna be able to do nothing to your penis. What's the point of having money if can't nobody do nothing to your penis? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got all this money and now no one can do anything to your penis because it doesn't exist anymore. It's at the hospital. It's in a jar. You say you're just sitting there as a eunuch, like, I'm paid, but I mean, I can't do nothing with it because.
Child, this is crazy. Well, I know what I won't be doing, and that's that. So that's over. We definitely are closing the case on that.
Yes. So, lastly, the VP of Nike of sales at Nike had to. She didn't have to. She decided to step down. Her name is Ann Hebert. She stepped down because her son, I think his name is, what is he? He goes by West Coast something or other. Some white boy.
Is he on Instagram?
Probably. He was using her corporate credit card, her Nike corporate credit card, to buy sneakers and resell them on the internet. Bruh.
The thing is that didn't he rack up like several hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of
he bought
charges?
He bought $132,000 worth of Yeezys. He bought $132,000 worth of. He made $20,000 on the sale of them, but he bought 100. And then he did an interview with like Complex, in an interview with some other thing. He was on Instagram flexing like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Look at all these shoes I got. I did it all by myself. Didn't nobody help me. Sir, your mama worked for Nike.
Sir, your mama makes an expense report.
Right,
Sir,
your mama's expense report.
First of all, sir, your mama knew because she got the fucking expense report. Let's really call a thing a thing.
Right.
Okay, his mama knew that's what he was doing. Mm-hmm. And the thing is that typically when you work for companies like that, like I work for, telecom companies for 20 years, you get free services, you get free phones, you get free shit. So she definitely probably already had a dollar amount that they could purchase every month or whatever in order to get free shit. So he just greedy. And then
Right.
why? And then his mama should have stepped down because she fucking pushed the damn expense reports through. She knew.
She did. He used that American Express, that Nike American Express. He had bots, and he had bots buying the shoes on the internet, and he outselling them. He had a whole ass store.
Did he have to turn him in, or did his mama just have to pay the 100 and some thousand? That's what I need to know.
I didn't say that, but she probably just had to pay it back. They white. She just had to pay it back.
Right. They definitely didn't go to jail.
Ain't nobody go to jail. No one went to jail. No one's in jail. She should probably have to just pay it back. But she was at Nike for 25 years. She was at Nike for 25 years.
You think she was just ready? Do you think she was just ready to go? And she was like, "Whatever, do you?"
I think so. I think she was like, "Fuck
because
this."
she had to know. You get when you have a corporate credit card, you get an alert every time a purchase is made.
Mm-hmm.
So you know
right.
that there's a purchase being made on your corporate card.
And $132,000 purchase definitely shot you. Somebody sent you an email. Accounting was like, "Hey, what's happening with $132,000 worth of Yeezys?"
It looks like your card might have some fraudulent activity. You know what I mean?
And she was like, no, it's not fraud. It's me. That was me. I bought all those Yeezys.
Right.
I'm buying Christmas presents for the
first
staff.
of all, and the thing is that how long was this store open? How long was he selling these shoes?
Years.
Because for how long?
Years.
Ciao.
Years. He didn't just
only
start.
made $20,000
on the one transaction.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to say he's a horrible shoe seller.
On the one transaction, he made $20,000 on the Yeezy transaction. Not on any Nikes he sold, not on any other shoes he sold. Just on the Yeezys, he made $20,000.
So one pair of Yeezys? That sounds like one pair of Yeezys.
$20,000 in profit on that $132,000 he bought. So he bought $132,000 worth of shoes. He made an additional $20,000 back. He bought like 600 pairs.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so he essentially made $152,000 whatever.
Right.
But it wasn't like he paid the money back, so he actually made $152,000. So I'm confused. I'm saying, right? Am I wrong?
No, I don't think you're wrong. I just think that, damn, that is some really tacky shit. Like it really is like, y'all, Miss A-Bear, come on.
Not A-Bear, though.
That's what it is. HEB.
Yeah, I know. Child, that's terrible.
It is. It's a bad look. It's a bad look for everybody at Nike. Like, y'all let this shit ride. Because, I mean, he didn't just start doing it yesterday.
So how was she justifying the expense reports for all of these years? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
That's the story. And so what happened was there was a man at the New York Times was like the resale market is a really big market. People are buying fucking resale shoes like crazy.
Yeah.
You know, and so he was like he wanted to do a story on how people are making all this money. And so he met in this boy, her son is one of the biggest people in the resale, like individual resellers. And so he was like, oh, he on Instagram flex. I didn't get to see the video. He's on Instagram super flexing now. Oh, this is my shit. I did all this shit by myself. Look at all these shoes. Look at all this money. Look at this Ferrari I got. So he on there just
not a Ferrari.
He on there. He doing a lot. He doing all the things that a stupid motherfucker who do trying to get caught does. And so the investigative reporter was like, "Your name is what? A-Bear, like the lady who runs Nike." You know what I'm saying? Let me reach out to her and see, is this your son? Oh yeah, that's my son. Oh, so he's selling. Let me pull these expense reports. Let me figure out this information. And so he connected the dots and was like, oh, okay. So one of the biggest resellers in the game, mama worked for Nike. And so he got caught. So he really got his mama fired. Like they could have kept the game rolling if he wasn't trying to flex.
Wow. But I'm just trying to figure out, like, did his mom end up collecting her pension because she did step down? I got so many questions. Did Did they have to pay the money back? How was she? Who was? I guess no one else would approve her expense reports, right? No one else.
Yeah,
If she the woman,
right. She the woman.
no
She
one
the
else
V.
would.
Why would anybody need to approve her expense? She approves her own expense reports. I paid $32,000 for 600 pair of Yeezys. I did that. Have a good day. You know what I'm saying? I'll sign off on that.
Oh
Thank you
my
very much.
god!
I have my
I'm
card just
sorry.
right here
That
in
is
my pocket.
ridiculous.
No one else has my card, and so she absolutely knew.
What do
When she got the card in the mail, she was like, "Here you go, son. That's yours."
What do you think would happen if it was you or I who did that? And I ran the company. I was a VP for 25 years. You my cousin. I give you the card. You do whatever you go do for years.
I
Okay.
start a whole website.
Right. So what do you think would happen to us?
Well, one, absolutely we're getting arrested. Absolutely getting arrested. We're getting prosecuted, and we're gonna have to pay back all the money. Any money that we made, any profit we made, anything we spent, anything we borrowed, anything, we have to pay it all back. So we're gonna be broke the rest of our lives. So we better ball out while we got
While
it.
we can.
We better eat as much lobster, as much filet mignon, as much caviar, drink as much champagne, be on as many yachts as we can. Because when they catch us, they're gonna take it all away. These white motherfuckers, they was like, all right, well, you just gotta step down. Step down? Bitch, you serious? Step down? Your son is swiping your corporate credit card
For years.
stealing. Whole ass stealing. That's stealing. Like that's not like, oh, he didn't know. He knew. His name ain't on that credit card. His name is not on that credit card. That's her name on that credit card. And Nike, it says Nike and then her name. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just used a corporate credit card before. You know what I'm saying? Like, I use those all the time. So I hate that. I want to be able to do some shit like that and not go to jail for it. For real, I want to be able to do shit like that and not go to jail for it. Like, can I use my company credit card and go legit go on vacation and maybe start a business doing something else? You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Shout out to a friend of mine who opened a restaurant. She actually talks about this story. I need to have her come on. But she has a restaurant in downtown Las Vegas. Now, she used her corporate card to start the business. Black. And it's still open. It's still popping.
There it is.
And the president has been there. A bill has been there. Celebrities, all types of celebrities have been over to the restaurant. Yes, in real life. So I ain't mad at that. I want to hear that whole story about that.
When I stop in Bay, I'm gonna go because that's.
Oh, I think you've been.
Is it so far?
It's meatless.
I think I have been.
But yeah. So listen, man. That's a whole lot of tea we spilled on y'all today. Listen, I want to thank everybody who tuned in to Risky Radio with Carrice and Sir. And every Tuesday, we right here, 7 p.m., giving y'all the shady ass tea. And we essentially like to have a conversation and then spill some tea while we're doing it. Okay. And shout out to Sir, broadcasting live from Houston. In Texas, where they ain't shit. They ain't gonna be shit. They mama ain't shit. The governor mama really ain't shit.
They ain't gonna be shit.
The governor really ain't shit.
Really ain't shit. He's rolling ass, rolling right.
Oh my goodness. So, sir, thank you so much for hitting us up each and every Tuesday to deliver the shady ass. You got anything you want to tell the people?
Not today. I'll have something next week, though. I'll have something to say next week.
Okay. All right. Then got something to say. All right, hang in there, sir. Hey, catch y'all on the flip side. We love y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in to Risky Radio with Carrice. We'll see you on Tuesday.